Living on the Edge, Aerosmith, starting out in the Fox Lounge for a Wednesday evening. How you doing? I'm Mark Simons. In the Fox Lounge tonight, we have classic cars and guitars. Yeah, with Bill Cook. And Bill is here with me.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Tonight we got a special guest with us tonight. We got John Guest, who is our guest. I bet you never heard that before, have you?
No, just every day.
Just every day?
Yeah.
No, we're going to talk a little bit with John about what he's got going on in the music scene and his own personal stuff, and we'll be back with you here in a few. But before we get started with that, I just want to give a shout out last night. We had the car show at Cook's Classics last night at our shop up in Clio, and I just want to take a minute to give a shout out to everybody that showed up. Amber Taylor from Back to the Bricks came out and supported us. Johnny Vance came out and supported us and played. Lonnie Ray came out and supported us and played. John Kyanek did the DJing for us. I want to thank you for that. Tattoo Rod Holland, I want to thank you for all the trophies you made for everybody. The Vehicle City Vixens, was very surprised to see you guys. It was a lot of fun. And all the guys from the Cast Iron Cruisers, I want to thank all you guys for bringing a good chunk of the club out there and hanging out. And I just want to say thanks again for all the support from everybody. Last night turned out great, so we'll be looking forward to next season. But we're going to get back to some music and some commercials, and then we'll be back to talk to John Guest.
Flint's Classic Rock 103.9, the Fox. The Oz right there, as we're in a Wednesday evening in the Fox Lounge, and Oz was just barking at the moon right there. And Classic Cars and Guitars with Bill Cook here in the lounge tonight, talking about our guest.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Classic Cars and Guitars with our guest here, John Guest. But before we get started here talking to John, we got to give a shout out to a couple of sponsors real quick so that we can cover our sponsorship. First off, we have John Vance Band, looking for real country music with a hometown feel. The John Vance Band is a 5-piece group hailing out of Flint, Michigan. Brings you the best in country and western favorites along with great live entertainment. Whether it's a festival, local venue, or special event, the John Vance Band keeps the crowd dancing and singing along. Find the John Vance Band on Facebook and see where they are playing next. And I got to give a shout out to John again for coming up to our Classic Car Show last night at the shop and performing with Lonnie. That was really nice of you, John. Hamilton's Excavating offers affordable and professional excavation services such as septic systems, installation and repair, grade work, drainage solutions, driveway installation, landscaping, land clearing, and much more. Serving Genesee, Saginaw, and all surrounding counties. Give them a call at 810-337-0748 or find them on Facebook. But to our guest tonight, Mr. John Guest here. John, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing really good, man. Thanks for having us.
Oh, we appreciate you coming out. But I really don't know much about you, John, but can you kind of start filling us in a little bit on what you got going on, what you've been doing, what you do?
Yeah, I'm a performing songwriter. Grew up in Midland, Michigan, and spreading the wings as years go by. But I've been playing live for about 40 years.
Oh, really?
Songs and recording. I've been recording in Nashville, working with Luke Combs, first producer, and making some great sounding stuff, man. I'm really excited about it. We got lots of shows coming up. We're on pace for about 90 shows this year, give or take.
In 26?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it was about 97 last year, so I'm kind of tired, guys. So
do most of your bookings come from, you got an agent you work with, or is it just all from your site?
Well, between myself and my buddy Todd Michael, because we joined forces on a lot of shows doing country stuff. But then I got a manager out in New York State that opens a lot of doors for me and the band. So, yeah, we get around. We're putting on miles on the van, I can tell you that.
So do you work with, writers out of Nashville now? Is it all strictly you guys writing your own stuff?
Well, so on the original side, that's pretty much just me. I've got a lot of friends that write, though, and doing a lot of co-writes this year with Nashville folks. Andrew Mack down there is great, and got a buddy in Georgia that's had a cut with Kofi Anderson. Just quality writers, and with songwriting, it doesn't pay, just for fun, really, no matter how big you are. So we kind of just do what we can and make the best music you can and see who likes it, you know.
So what is your target area that you mostly play? Is it mostly Michigan or?
Well, yeah, because it's most convenient, but you know, I love to travel and love to play guitar, so getting out to New York, honestly, like the live music fans out there are a little more rabid than they are in Michigan. They appreciate live music a little more.
Really?
Yeah, we need to step it up. We've gotten lazy. There's so much great music just floating around that the music fans have kind of gotten lazy.
Really? That's the
Yeah.
first time I've heard someone say that.
Yeah. It's interesting when you start bursting your bubble a little bit.
Is there more venues? Because that seems to be the, with the artists that we've had in here, it seems the biggest issue around here is a place to play.
Around here, yeah, because of the contraction of population. A lot of places have struggled to stay open and that kind of thing. But
Have you noticed that
Yeah.
there's less and less area
it
for you to
depends on what
play?
you're doing. It depends on what you're doing. If you're a live band and you only want to play live and loud, then you're probably not going to find much of a home anywhere. You know, I think if you're adaptable and you can go acoustic and play music people want to hear, you'll find gigs. You know.
So when you get in that environment, do you find that you got to play covers, or do you got to mix it up for them so they'll hang?
Yeah, for my solo shows, it's definitely a mix of originals and covers. And to me, it's all one show. Like the originals aren't weird compared to everything else I'm playing. You know what I mean? Like it's it's like a meal that makes sense.
Because it seems
It's
like
not
with
a
the
PBJ at the end of a lobster dinner. You know what I mean?
right. Because a lot of the artists that come in and say, like, most of the bar owners say, listen, we want you to play covers because that's what people know, and we want them up on the dance floor and doing stuff.
And that's absolutely correct. That's what.
So is that
we
what
should
you
be
run
doing
into?
as entertainers? Yeah, for sure. When in that situation, when you're paid to entertain people, if they're singing along, you're winning. And if they're not singing along, then you're probably playing an original that nobody knows. And so, the original artist, the challenge is to create demand for your original work. And if you can do that, then you can play originals wherever you want to go. But until then, yeah, you gotta give people what they want. Now you can win them over with their favorites, and then just do an original, and when it's over, say, hey, that was one of ours. If you like that, put your hands together, find us on this website, and then go right back to singing along,
Have you had any negativity, or people say, we want to hear chorus slow, we don't want to hear your song?
I've heard everything. You
I bet.
Yeah, man. And the time I've been playing music, I've seen every attitude. Usually, the worst of them are sound guys. All my sound guy
Really?
buddies will freely admit this. They're not going to argue with me one bit. Yeah. So if you see a sound guy, don't give them a hug. They don't like being hugged. But give them a sandwich or a $20 bill. They're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to sound guys keeping it sounding good.
Right. So what do you got coming up? Anything locally here? Or you?
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Local to y'all, we're playing. Actually, for some weird reason, we're playing in Bay City. Todd and I are doing an acoustic show Thursday in Bay City, and then
Is that tomorrow?
That'd be tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. Then Friday we're doing it's a Moose Lodge, but it's their summer festival in Bay City again, and then Kenyon's Lakeside Resort way up in Lupton, Michigan. And nice little spot up there right on the water.
And that's this weekend?
That's this weekend. Yeah. Coming up though, we're playing at the Commons in Midland, which they close off the downtown area. The main street gets all closed down. It's really family friendly. They got games for the kids and all kinds of stuff. So bring a lawn chair or boogie down. We're playing from 7 to 9 that night. Should be a great time.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break here and come back with John Guest in a few minutes and talk some more about what he's got going on, and we'll be back to you guys here in a few.
Flint Wakes
All right, everybody, that's a little Led Zeppelin for you here on 103.9 The Fox. We are back here with Classic Cars and Guitars with our guest here, John Guest.
Hey,
Man, one time how many times am I going to say guest? I don't know.
I don't know.
Might get $1 for every time
Anybody's
tonight.
guess.
But we're going to give a shout out to a couple of sponsors here before we talk to John again. And actually, we have one of our sponsors here in the Fox Lounge with us here, Miss Kim, Mrs. Classic Cars and Guitars from Cozy Cut Salon in Swartz Creek. Looking for a fresh new look? Kim Cook at Cozy Cut Salon in Swartz Creek has been helping men, women, and children look their best for over 25 years. From cuts and colors of personalized salon services, Kim provides the experience and attention you deserve. She is now accepting new clients. Give Cozy Cut Salon a call today at 810-624-5866 and schedule your appointment today. We have Outline Design, T-shirts and graphics in Clio. Mr. Robbie up there. Outline Design, T-shirts and graphics in Clio, Michigan is offering everything you need to promote your business or event. They design and supply custom T-shirts, stickers, vehicle decals, signs, banners, and more. Give Robbie a call at 810-640-7095 or visit OutlineGFX.com. And again, thanks to Robbie for coming out last night to our show out there in Clio. And Robbie does all of our banners, signs, stickers, decals, everything we got going on is done over there. So give Robbie some of your business out there in Clio. But we are back to John Guest here, talking a little bit in between breaks here. We kind of found out that John Guest, he is not playing tonight, so we're just going to kind of use this tonight to talk about what he's got going on. But we did find out that our guest, Mr. Guest, is a diesel guy and a car guy. So
I love engines. Yeah.
what
Love
kind
engines.
of what's your passion there, John, besides music?
Man, early on, it was I had a mini bike when I was like 4 years old, and the first thing I did was jump it off something and try to kill myself. And then it was a dirt bike, and I outgrew that. And then a three-wheeler, we're talking the 80s, and I punished that poor thing,
I've had one too.
Oh, yeah, I'd ride around on two wheels all the time. It was just fun. And
Without pool noodles wrapped around you in a helmet.
Oh,
We did
yeah.
it. Yeah.
well, you don't need that stuff if you don't crash, right? So, but I kind of grew into other passions, snowmobiling, and raced a little bit on sleds. On cars, it was drag racing early on. So like the 90s, I spent a lot of time drag racing and building my own cruisers. They were street cars, but
Now, did you race up like at Ubley and that up in that area? Or?
Ubley, Central Michigan, those are kind of both, I was equidistant between those two. So did a lot of that. And
We used to go to
street
Ubley
racing
when I
got
was-
away with,
Yeah, Ubley, we went up there in probably my early 20s.
Sure. And it probably hasn't changed since then.
Yeah, probably looks the same. I haven't been up there in a long time.
I went there in the 90s. It was like, is it 1962? Man, it was great. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy said that they're doing some kind of event up there in a couple of weeks or something. You want to know if I want to go? I said, man, I haven't been there so long. I'd love to go up there.
Yeah. Yeah, the drag strips have a tough go because there's been a lot of development around,
with the
farm
economy,
fields
that
getting
too.
sold for a neighborhood, and then everybody's complaining about the noise and that kind of thing.
Well, the economy and that, and price of fuel, and it's
yeah.
circle track racing. I know guys that used to mortgage their house just so they can get an engine and stuff. It's like
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a little crazy, yeah. Circle track takes a lot more fuel than quarter mile, though, I think.
Oh yeah.
You got to pick your poison there.
So you find yourself? Have you wrote any music based on your days growing up around cars? And
Early on, I did. It was.
nothing goes better together than.
Right. Yeah, and so my folks, when I was a single-digit age, maybe 6, they found a 1957 Chevy that was being used for a chicken coop, and they restored it, and they wound up like winning trophies with this car. Had a warmed up 327 in it with a 4-speed, but otherwise it looked all original. The engine was orange as it should be. It was just right. And we did cross country trips in that thing, and I mean it was a whole lifestyle really. Like every Saturday morning I'd be putting a coat of wax on it, and so my dad would take me for a ride in it, and things like, oh, go wash the car so we can take it for a drive and dry it off, that kind of thing.
We actually had a Cadillac. I think it was a 46, one of the cars at the show last night. His dad and them, it was at the uncle. I think it was at the uncle's house. He was telling me a story. His name's Jack, and he said it was actually used for a coupe. And if you've seen this car now, I mean, it's probably 200. I mean, you know the car I'm talking about, the one that's parked right in front of the building. I mean, he said that he's got pictures of that when it was,
That's insane.
go jump. And if you've seen this car now, I mean, it's $250,000 car.
Wow.
Easily. And it was at the show last night, but
Yeah. So
beautiful car.
I grew up doing car shows and cruise nights, and there was in the Tri-Cities back in the day, there was a 5, 6, and 7 Chevy club, and so we did all the events there and parades and all kinds of stuff.
They just did a big car show up at Tri-City a few weeks ago. Up at the drag strip, just did a car show up there.
Yeah. I heard about
I
that.
heard it was like 500 cars showed up.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
heard it was crazy.
Yeah.
Some of our friends went up there.
Yeah.
But
These days I'm into Harleys, so we tend to ride two wheels everywhere. But we did get up to the St. Ignace car show.
we were up there, me and my wife.
Yeah, and we were up there for like the back half of Saturday. It was really hot, and
Yes, it was.
the number of cars is still amazing. I don't know if it's grown or shrunk over the years, but I think it was like 1,500 cars or something.
Yeah, it was an anniversary or two.
Yeah.
But they said that's why there were so many cars in parking lots, because they just had to cut it off. They said, I mean, if you looked in the hotel, it's like, how come they're not at the show? And then we found out what happened. There was just so many.
Wow, how cool!
But that's a beautiful show up there.
It is. I mean, the Classic Chevy Club would go up there every year, and I'd be a 12-year-old kid tooling around on my bicycle, just getting away with everything, and my dad would be having fun without me. He'd make sure I got home,
Right.
but it was a fun time to be young back in those days, and around the hot rod culture.
Oh, for sure. I mean, growing around my dad and uncles and that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at.
And for me, like the tie in there is the music of the 50s and 60s. It's hugely influential. The sensibility and the,
True musicians.
oh man, yeah. I mean, they played it all live, right? And so there was no fixing it. And like learning all of that and being able to replicate it faithfully.
Oh, the music come out of Detroit. I mean, just sitting there listening to the Funk Brothers. I mean, God,
Yeah.
that, I mean, you just never replace it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Michigan has a really unsung musical history that, there's a couple highlights that a lot of people know of, but there's so much more,
I remember it was like probably 20 years ago now. I was going to a wedding at the Troy Marriott, and I'm in the lobby of that because it was in the reception hall. And I heard this music. I'm like, man, that just sounds awesome. Over in the bar lobby area, and some of the remaining Funk Brothers were over there playing. I couldn't believe it. I missed a lot of the reception because I just sat there listening to them guys play. I couldn't stop it.
That's awesome.
But well, we're gonna take another quick break here and then come back with John Guest, but go over some more stuff he's got going on and see where he's playing at coming up in that before we check out tonight. But we'll be back to you guys in a few.
Not all smart.
Flint's Classic Rock 103.9 The Fox. The Scorpions for you on a Wednesday evening in the Fox Lounge. No one like you. Classic Cars and Guitars are here. Bill Cook. And I'll give it back to Billy.
What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to Classic Cars and Guitars here on 103.9 The Fox. We're going to give a shout out a couple more of our sponsors here before we get back to talking with John Guest a little bit. Want to give a shout out to attorney Robert Swartwood. When life throws you legal challenges your way, trust experience that puts people first. Robert Swartwood, attorney at law, proudly served in Mid-Michigan with family law, military law, and general practice services. Whether you're protecting your family, your rights, or your future, give Bob a call or visit him at 164 West Vienna Road in the Clio Law Center, or give them a call at 810-686-7687 for all your legal guidance. And then I got to give a shout out to my daughter KDG Photography. Anyone that follows our podcast and anything we got going on with the photography of our car shows and everything, the videography, Katie's the one that does it all. So she also, not only does she run our office, but she does her own photography business. So anything you got going on with family milestones, weddings, the moments that matter most, deserve more than just a snapshot. KDG Photography specializes in natural light, family, and wedding photography, creating beautiful, authentic images that tell your story. Serving Genesee County and surrounding communities since 2015. Visit kdgphotography.org or give her a call at 248-240-1880. But again, if you go look at anything on Classic Cars and Guitars, all the videography and everything, all the editing, and you need to use her for any kind of them services, please look her up. But we're going to get back to John here. John's going to talk to us about how to find him, where to find him, his website, Spotify, Apple, where we can find his music, where we can find him besides here. So
so JohnnyGuestMusic.com is my website, and a little bit of my story on there and some samples of the music, and definitely the calendar is on there. You can see all the shows coming up. So we try to get around. We make friends in a lot of places, and we try to revisit every chance we get. We've been playing just about every month at River Billy's in Gibraltar, and just started.
Is that like a country bar? Or?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Well, we're playing country in there anyway. River Billy's is fun. There's actually a riverboat built into the side of the inside of there.
That's in Gibraltar?
In Gibraltar, yeah. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but it's really fun. And great staff and everything. Yeah, cool
I have
place.
to check that out.
Yeah. And then we're playing at the Belleville Bait Shop. Just played there recently. We're going to do it again here in September.
Is this a true bait shop?
I think it was. Tell you what, you're not going to care once you have their menu.
I mean,
really
a place
good.
for like Plenty of Fish or something like that.
Yeah.
That kind of bait shop, is it?
But a lot of places, it would be like, the band's kind of like an afterthought, but they actually have a stage, built-in sound with a sound guy. They make it sound really, really good. So it's more of a venue, but we go in there as an acoustic duo and have a great time. We had a great time there last time, so I'm excited to get back. So yeah, we got tons of stuff. One of the most interesting gigs I've been doing this summer is American Cruise Lines reached out to me.
Oh, wow.
And they do a Great Lakes cruise, and it takes off, I think it's Buffalo, New York, and they sail the Great Lakes.
Really?
And
I think I've seen that on the internet.
Let's do that. That sounds like a great idea. And it's interesting. They said plan on a lot of like 60s music. I'm like, well, I know a ton of that stuff. So I kind of got there the first time, and everybody was over 70 years old. And I'm like, well, I know everything that they were liking when they were going through puberty. So I'm going to treat them to some old stuff here.
So a
We
Great
had a
Lakes
great
cruise,
time.
they take off out of New York for a Great Lakes cruise?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right. Well, it's Lake Erie,
Okay.
And they head
Does it
this
just
way.
stay in like Lake Erie, or does it?
Oh no, they hit them all.
They go through the locks and everything?
Everything, yeah.
Really?
It's really cool and beautiful boats too. It's a ship, right? It's like 135 rooms on this boat. But so that's been an interesting experience this summer.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool.
Yeah. So as a performer, I can do about 3 hours of all original music, or about 9 hours of covers, and all eras of whatever it is, and it's been pretty fun to stretch myself. More recently, it's you can get burned out, just like any job, right? You can get burned out of doing the same thing over and over again. And so writing and being creative and flexing those muscles is important too.
So what's the gig you got coming up that you're looking forward to? The one that stands out.
Let's have a look. Believe it or not, this Bay City Moose Club thing Friday is going to be, I think, pretty great. The Thunder Roads bike rally is happening in town at the same time.
Oh, in Bay City?
So I'm hoping we have a really good turnout and some good party people.
Yeah, they were out at the Emily City car show, that Thunder Roads.
Yeah, it's always fun, you know. So that's going to be a good one. We got another tour heading out to New York in October. So I'm
Is
excited
that just
for
you and
that.
Todd?
No, Todd doesn't join me on those. He's got to stay closer to home, but I'll take the band out there, and oftentimes it's a trio. So I'm covering a lot of ground on guitar and lead vocals, and get out there. The casinos we play out there, they love stuff that they know. Kind of get back to what we first started talking about, and my goal is to get folks singing along and dancing.
So how you mix that schedule in with like your work?
It's constant compromise, and usually I
Are you
compromise
self-employed,
sleep.
the painting thing?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, so you can juggle it.
Yeah, we schedule everything we can in advance and go that route, and hopefully there's no emergencies.
And then when you come home, you just got to work around the clock to catch up.
Sorta, yeah. If I'm doing my job as the boss, then I have good people where they need to be, and they know what to do.
Yeah. How do you find that? Let me know.
So far so good, but I had to give birth to them. So
Yeah.
My sons are working in the crew. They're doing great.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, gotta feed them for 18 years, and then here's the paintbrush. I guess
There you
I
go.
don't know.
Yeah. Now
No,
it's your turn to feed me.
They're wonderful young guys, and they're taking it serious, and you can't
Good
ask
for
for
you.
much more.
Is there anything before we shut down for the night and that you need to let us all know and want people to know?
Well, every one of my shows is like a cross country trip. It's like we're all on a bus heading somewhere cool. There's going to be some great music to listen to. We're not really sure what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun. We're going to get on as strangers and arrive as friends. That's how
That's
my
a good way
shows
to put
always
it.
go. Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you play a set list, or do you just kind of, when you get in there, you kind of follow the crowd and say, I got to change this up?
Yes and no. So the more people in the band, the more I got to follow a set list. As a solo guy, I can
Do
wing
what
it,
you want.
If it's all gray hairs, in there, if it's my mom's friends in there, and then I'm playing some old stuff. If a group of 20-somethings come in, and I'm gonna switch gears, and that keeps me kind of entertained through the process, and trying to use music to connect us. That's really what I do. I'm really, like, some artists are all about their ego, and if it works for them, then cool, but I'm not like that. I'm more like, hey, I was given this gift of music. How can I connect with people? There's a lot that connects us, and in this day and age, we always focus on the crap that we have, that disconnects us. So music is definitely a connective
Oh, it always has
I
been.
think.
Yeah, always
we
has
can-
been.
We can look past all the differences and have some fun for a couple hours every weekend,
So before we part ways tonight, is it johnguestmusic.com, or is it
It's johnnyguestmusic.com, JOHNNY.
and everything about you and where you're playing, everything they need to know? That's where they can find you.
Pretty much everything, yeah. You can even email me there if you're feeling
So if they want to find you
friendly.
to do a show, I mean, do they just go through that site?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It happens quite often where folks will reach out and say, hey, I have this thing I want a band for. Or, yeah, that's how American Cruise Lines found me, actually, is through the website.
Nice. All right. Well, I want to appreciate and thank you for coming in tonight and talking to us.
Thanks for
Maybe
doing what you
next
do.
time we'll get you on live. Maybe you can talk Tide and come in. You guys can do a duo thing.
I'll bring a guitar, I'll put them in a headlock, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, let's get that lined up. But we want to thank John Guest for coming on tonight, and everybody, thanks for listening to Classic Cars and Guitars here on 103.9 The Fox. But we're going to turn it back over to Mark, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Listen on your way to work. 103.